What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We're here for the Gastly Community Day, and if you look in the bottom right of our screen, we'll go and see that there's Professor Willow there. We did get the great Gastly research, so we're going to go ahead and start off Community Day with this research, and then once we're done with the great Gastly research, we'll go home, play the rest from home, sort of like we've been doing with some of the other Community Days. You see the Gastly's just spawned as it's just past 11 here in Arizona, so we're going to go ahead and click on Professor Willow and see what the first step of this research is. Hey there, Matty Mish. I'm glad you're here. Something odd is happening and I need help investigating it. While I was on a walk last night with my buddy Pokémon Melton, I noticed a strange light flickering in my mobile lab. It was so spooky. One might have called it a ghastly sight. Apparently some Gastly were in my mobile lab hiding from the wind. It's common for them to take shelter with massive gusts when massive gusts are blowing about so their gaseous bodies aren't blown away. However, the sheer number of Gastly seemed unusual. They're still in the mobile lab, so could you help me look into this situation? And then if you go here, there are 4 steps of this research. The first one would be to power up a Pokemon 10 times, catch 15 Gastly, and make 5 nice throws. So we're going to go ahead and start with these Gastlys here. I'm also going to go ahead and throw down a Stardust, since this will be the 7-day streak as well as an Incense. And we're going to go ahead and start off by catching these Gastlys, see if we could get any shinies in these first 15. And you know what, I am going to Pineapple some of them, just because Gastly is a good one for PvP. Well, not really Gastly, but Haunter is really good. And then if you get a low IV Gengar, it would be good for the Great League. If not, if you get a higher level Gengar, it could be good for the Ultra League depending on its level. Or it's, depending on its IV and level, it could be good for the Ultra League. So that's definitely the goal. I want to get a couple shinies, and we start off with that Gastly fleeing on us. And if you go here into our Kanto Pokédex, you can see we're 117 for 112 on Gastly, so we were 116 for 111 before this. Haunter, we're 15 for 13. And then for Gengar, we are seeing 24, caught 23. The main reason why that number is high is because of the raid day last year, about, actually it was, I think that was October of 2018. Actually, I think it was November. It was right after the Halloween event in 2018. And I'm going to use a berry on this. It looks like these Gastlys are kind of tough. We're going to play it safe with the Pineapps. If it has a green ring around it, we'll Pineapple it. Anything else, we'll probably Razz it or go with a Ultra or Great Ball. Alright, so we get our first Gastly down. And that's going to rack us 13,650 Stardust and 7,660 XP on the 7-day streak. Definitely a lot of Gastly around. It's hard to tell which ones are on the Incense, which ones are just normal spawns. But we're going to go ahead and catch all of them. The goal is to get the up to the 15. And I'm hoping we could get at least one shiny in the 15. I do have a 100% IV and a 98% IV with 15 attack. I forget what the other 15 stat is, but we do have a 100 and a 98 that I do plan on evolving today during Community Day. That way we could go ahead and get that special move on it. So that gets us to 3 Gastly, and then I believe we already have the 5 nice throws. So if you look here, you can see that we did get to 5 nice throws. We're about 1/5 of the way done with the Gastly, and then once we get 15 Gastly, we'll go ahead and power up a Pokemon 10 times in order to move on to step number 2. Still a bunch of Gastly popping up here, so we're going to go ahead and continue clearing out this cluster. And it seems like the game might have just froze a bit. So it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with the game. Some of the stuff has frozen, others seem to be pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and reopen the game, and as soon as we reopen the game and get this problem fixed, we'll go ahead and reach back out. Oh wait, that one just went away. Yeah, we're still having trouble. We could click on things, but when we're clicking on the Pokemon or trying to move our view on the map, it's just not working. So we're going to go ahead and restart the game, and then we'll be back with you guys. What's up, guys? So we are restarting the game, and we'll go ahead and continue with these Gastly here. What up, guys? It's Matty Mish. So we're going to go ahead and continue catching these Gastlys. Sorry about that, the game froze, but it looks like it's doing a lot better. As you could see in our special research, we're at 3 out of 15 Gastly, and we already made our 5 nice throws. So we're going to go ahead and start with this Gastly here, and then hopefully we could get a shiny in these first 15. If you do evolve your Gastly or Haunter to Gengar during Community Day, it will learn the move Shadow Punch. It's not the best move for player versus everyone like gyms and raids, but it's really good for PvP content, which is why I definitely recommend evolving a low-level Gastly to a Gengar. That way you could get one that's good for the Great League, because one of the reasons why Haunter is better than Gengar in the Great League currently is because Haunter already knew the moveset Shadow Punch, which Gengar didn't. So now with it learning this move on Community Day, it's going to be great for both Great League and Ultra League. And I think Gengar's always been pretty good for Ultra League, because Gastly doesn't have enough, doesn't have a max CP enough to get into the Ultra League. So Gengar's always been pretty good in the Ultra League, but this moveset's just going to make it better than it already is. So I believe this is Gastly number 6 out of 15, so we are making some good progress. We should be able to get the 15 from here with the incense. We might need to change to a different spawn point once to finish up step 1, but we'll definitely see if it's something that we could finish up over here. So it definitely looks like we do have around 5 nearby, so we should get to 11, and then with the incense it should spawn a couple more for us. So we are making some good progress, and then I'm not really sure what I want to use those power-ups on yet. I did recently do some power-ups for the QREM raids, so don't really know what to power up. Maybe that 100% IV Gastly and the 98. Maybe I'll you know what, I'd prefer to wait on powering them up for now. Maybe I'll do like a Dragonite or something. I did a Tyranitar earlier this week for the QREM raids, so we'll keep it another pseudo-legendary. Alright, I'm glad that it kind of dodged that, because I want to Pineapple this one. We do have a good amount of candies, but whenever it's easy to get an extra 3, it's never too bad. So we're only 6 away. And then if you look here, there are 4, so hopefully 2 more could spawn as we're catching these. That way we could go ahead and finish up the 15, and then we're going to go ahead and get those 10 power-ups. And then this one just spawned on the incense here. 853, so we're actually going to go ahead and bury this one. You get it on the nice throw. Has a yellow ring around it, so we might need to try again. If we do need to try again, which we won't, we would have used a Great Ball, but we were able to get it. And we're at 11 out of 15 Gastly, so we're making really good progress on this step 1 of the research. And then you can see right now there's only 1 here. And then I believe this is Gastly number 12, so we just need about 3 more to spawn through the incense. And this one's down, so we're just 3 away. Once we catch this one, we'll be 2 away. And then this one's a pretty high CP, so we're going to go ahead and bury it. Alright, so we're at 13 Gastly, and then there should be 2 more spawning. There should be 1 when we go to check this, and then another 1 after we catch this one, since the incense spawns seem to be pretty steady. Great throw. Probably should have tried to Pineapple this one. If it jumps free, we'll definitely try to Pineapple it. So we're at 14 Gastly, and then there's number 15. So we're going to go ahead and bury this one. It had the orange ring around it. Then we get it on the great throw as it's jumping around. Breaks free on us, so we're going to go ahead and try with a Great Ball. Great throw. It had about a green ring around it. Doesn't have a berry since it jumped out of the last one. Nice, and we get Gastly. So that gets us our 15, so now we're going to go ahead and do our 10 power-ups. Then I have two 98% Dragonites here. So we're going to go ahead and get both of them 5 power-ups. So if we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 17,000 Stardust and 15 candies. And then let's just see if we get it to 10. You know what, I really want a Dragonite close to 3000 CP. I don't have one yet, so we're going to do this one all 10 times. And then we're going to go ahead and claim our research. So we're going to get 10 Pokeballs, 20 Gastly candies. We're going to claim our reward. And since these are usually guaranteed catches, they don't run from you when it's a research, I'm going to go ahead and Pineapple it. It does have a green ring around it. It's level 15. And Gastly was caught, so we'll go ahead and check the IVs on this guy. Pretty good IVs, not the 15 attack, but we're going to go ahead and check in with Professor Willow and see what step number 2 is. But first we got to claim these max rewards here. So we get 2,000 Stardust, 1 Incense, and we'll start this encounter. So it's another Gastly, and these Gastlys do have a chance to be shiny. And then this one's a 494 CP, so it's going to be a little bit worse IVs than the one before. But the IVs that we're looking at now are the PvE IVs. We're going to look at the PvP IVs once we get a little bit closer to maxing out our storage. And then the ones that are good for PvP we're going to keep. And then the ones that aren't good for PvP, depending on what their PvE IVs are, we might trash them or we might keep them. So it looks like we need to catch 15 Gastly again. Get the 6 candies on that. 2-star. And then we're going to check in with Professor Willow. Thanks, Maddie Mish. While you were helping with our research, I was assisting the Gastly in the mobile lab. I had to be careful when I got near the Gastly. I didn't want to be engulfed by their gaseous bodies. Now that Gastly are out of the mobile lab, I think it's time for us to start looking into Gastly's evolution. I've done some reading on the matter, and I think we'll need to prepare for a dangerous Pokemon. So if you look here, step number 2 out of 4 of the Great Gastly is catch 15 Gastly again, transfer 10 Pokemon, and evolve 3 Gastly. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of transferring some Pokemon here. We did get some Ducklets. We have 17 of them. We're going to sort by CP, and then we're going to go ahead and get rid of 5 of the low CP ones. So that's going to take care of 5 of the 10 Pokemon. And then we have 3 Gastly here, so we're going to go ahead and clean up this cluster here. And then even if more Gastly do spawn through the incense, we are going to go ahead and go to a different spawn point where we could go ahead and finish this up. We'll go ahead and check out High Street. There should be some good spawns there. And then we'll go ahead and take care of step number 2 of 4 at that better spawn point. And then we'll probably come back here to finish step 3 and 4 since the spawns should be back to normal here since they do kind of switch around every 15 minutes. So it looks like we should be able to get through 1/3 of the steps here. So we're going to go ahead and get our 5 Gastly here, and then depending on if more spawn, we most likely will see if we could get to a better spawn point. Also, I do want to mention that the Community Day box is available on Community Day. Now with the Elite TMs in it, they did raise the price from $480 to $1280, I believe. But they made this change a couple months ago. So I definitely do recommend if you have the coins and you don't mind spending them, I definitely recommend on using them for the box because the Elite TMs can teach a Pokemon a legacy move. So any move that you weren't able to get on a community day, or you weren't able to get back when the moves were random before they changed the move pool, you could definitely use a TM on that Pokemon to get that move. However, if you don't have a Pokemon you want a legacy move on, I still recommend getting it, and then just hold off on using it. Keep that in your bag for the time when you are ready to use it. That way, if you ever do miss a community day in the future, you could use it. Although if you miss a community day this year, I would recommend holding off until December, evolving that Pokemon in December to get the move during that community day. That way you don't need to use the TM. And then if it's from a past community day from 2019 or 2018, then go ahead and use that TM. So 464 on this Gastly, we're going to go ahead and catch it, check the IVs on it, and then we'll also see where we're at. This one flees on us. There we go. Wasn't able to get a nice, excellent, or great on it, but we were able to get it. It has a green ring around it, so I'm going to go ahead and use a pineapple and just see if I could get a great throw on it. There we go. We got the great throw, so hopefully this one stays. And we're at 6 out of 15. So we'll get this one over here, and then we'll get the one off the incense. Still no shinies yet. I'd like to get one during this research before heading home and playing the rest there. So we're at 7 out of 15 Gastly, and then we're going to go ahead and catch this one here before moving on over to High Street. So that gets us to 8 Gastly. And then if you look over here, you'll see we're at 5 out of 10 Pokemon, and then we're at 8 out of 15 Gastly. So we're going to go ahead and cut the clip here. We're going to move over to High Street where there's a better spawn point, and then once we're over there, we'll be back with you guys. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We are here at High Street. It looks like we have enough to get us to about 14 Gastly over here. So if you check here where we ended off, we were at catch 15 Gastly, we were at 8. Transfer 10 Pokemon, we were at 5. And then evolve 3 Gastly, we haven't done that yet. So we're going to go ahead and start off with catching some of these Gastlys here. We still are looking for a shiny. We are at 0 shiny Gastly. And then even before Community Day, I haven't had a shiny Gastly. I do have a shiny Gengar that I was able to trade. I wasn't lucky enough to get one on the Gengar raid day. So we are approaching 1,000 candies on Gastly, which is pretty good. On the lower ones, we still will be pineapping them. And then this should be 10, and then there should be about 5 around to help get us to step number 3. So this one has an orange ring around it, so if it breaks free, oh wow, we actually criticaled it. And we are 4 away. Our star piece ran out, so we're going to go ahead and drop another star piece. And then I'm going to catch these ones that are on the incense first. That way, if they despawn, we still have the ones that are spawned available until another one respawns, if that makes any sense. So Gastly number 12 is down, and there's definitely going to be enough here for us to complete the next step of our research. And then once we complete the research, we are going to do some PvP IV checks. That way we could go ahead and clear up some of our storage for the Gastlys that are better for PvP. Since we have the 98% with 15 attack and we have the 100%, those are going to be the Gastlys that we're going to evolve to Gengar for the PvE for raids and gym battles. And then we do want at least one good IV, one low CP Gengar that's good for PvP. That way we could go ahead and use it for the Great League. Really hoping that we could get a Gastly that would be good for I'm hoping we get 2 shiny Gastly that are good for PvP. one we could use for a Haunter and one that we could evolve to a Gengar. So that gets us to our 15. So we still need to evolve 3 Gastly and transfer 5 more Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and cut it here. We're going to do some PvP IV checks, and then we're going to find out what the 3rd Gastly we're going to evolve is. We're definitely going to evolve that 98% and the 100%. So we'll be right back with you guys. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. So we are back. We figured out which ones we're going to transfer, and we're going to evolve one of the ones that we're going to transfer to. I don't really mind. It's only 25 candies. So we're going to go ahead and evolve this one, and then we're going to evolve the 98%, and then we'll finish the evolutions with the 100%. So now we're going to go ahead and transfer the 5 that we have marked here as transfer. And then if we go here to Gastly, I should have one marked as a 98%. And then if you look here, this Gastly is a 98%. It has 15 attack, 15 defense, 14 HP. 699 CP, so we're going to go ahead and evolve this one to Haunter, and this will be our 2nd evolution. So that gets us to 1117 CP. And then if you look here, we have our 100% IV Gastly. So this one's a perfect one, so we're going to go ahead and get this one evolved over to Haunter. This will go ahead and finish up step 2 of 4, and then we'll go ahead and move on to step number 3. So now we're ready to move on, and we have a lot of Gastlys in the area, so we are ready to move on. So we're going to claim our 20 Gastly candy, our 1000 XP, and then we'll see what this reward is. Nice, so we get a Haunter. Definitely going to Pineapple that, especially since these are ones that we know we're going to be able to get. So we get a great throw on the Haunter. Nice, and it's down on the first try. Oh my god, a 100%! No way! So we just got our 2nd 100% Haunter. We just got one before. Well, we didn't get this one. We didn't get the first one today, but we had a 100% Gastly coming into here, and now we have a 100% IV Haunter that we just got from the research. That's awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and mark this one down too as the 100%, and then we're gonna go ahead and check in here and claim these rewards. And then we're gonna go ahead and check in with Professor Willow. So we get 2,000 Stardust and Incense and 1 Poffin. Excellent work, Matty Mish. Seems as though your Gastly has evolved into Haunter. I had a feeling I was being watched. It's said that Haunter lurks in walls to keep an eye on its foes, but in this case I have a feeling it's just being playful. I've noticed the team leaders tripping and stumbling around the lab today. Seems as if Haunter is having a bit of fun with them, but I don't think Blanche is amused. Let's go ahead and fix the problem by evolving Haunter. So here we need to make 3 great curveball throws, evolve 1 Haunter, and transfer 10 Pokemon. So we're definitely going to go ahead here and make the 3 great throws. There's a lot of Gastly around. So we're going to make the 3 great throws on these Gastlys here. And then we're going to go ahead and look through our Gastly to see 10 more we could go ahead and transfer that aren't good for PvP. And then once we get that done, we'll go ahead and evolve one of our 100% Haunters. Still haven't got a shiny yet, but definitely pretty sure that we'll get at least a couple here today. It might not be here during this video, but when I do go home at the end of the event, when I am ready to evolve some of the shinies, I'll definitely go through and let you know how many I got and and which ones we evolve. So that's our 3rd great great curveball, and we'll probably just go to a great ball on this one. And then we'll shiny check what's in the area right before we go ahead and see which ones we are going to transfer. not shiny, not shiny, not shiny, and not shiny. So all 4 of them aren't shiny, so we're going to go ahead and see which Haunters or which Gastlys we would like to transfer, and then we'll be back with you once we got 10. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. So I've got the 10 that we're going to transfer. So we did hatch a Pidgey off camera, and that didn't have good IVs. So if you go here and we type in transfer, you can see that we have 10 right there. So we're going to go ahead and transfer these 10. And then we're going to evolve our Haunter, and then if you see here, this will go ahead and complete step number 3 of 4. So you can see that we got the 20 candies for transferring the 10, and then we got 1,500. We actually got the 20 candies for the 3 great throws, and then we got the 1,500 XP for the 10 transfers. And now if you go into our Pokemon and we look at Haunter, well, you could actually see that the both 100% are the same CP. So since this one was caught today on Community Day, we're going to go ahead and evolve this Haunter over. Once again, if you click the appraisal here, you can see that it's a 100% IV. So we're going to go ahead and evolve Haunter over. Now you can trade Haunters with your friends if they are bad IVs, and then that would give you the ability to evolve it to Gengar for free without using any candies. But since this is a 100%, we definitely don't want to trade it. So that's why I don't mind using the 100 candies. And then if you see, we got Hex and Shadow Punch. And then you can buy a new attack on this one. It is 50,000 Stardust. With it being a 100%, I think I am going to go ahead and buy that one, new attack. And Shadow Ball, it's the one that I want. So there we go, we got our 100% Gengar. It is 1,233 CP. Let's see here. It looks like it won't be good for PvP, which is good because with it being a 100% IV, we definitely... Sorry about that, the memory card ran out a little bit, so I had to clean up some space. But we are ready to go ahead and complete step number 3 of the Great Gastly. So we're going to go ahead and get our 20 Gastly candies, our 5 Golden Raspberry, 1,500 Stardust, and then we're going to get our 2,000 Stardust, 1 Incense, and 1 Rocket Radar. Congrats, trainer! Your Haunter has now become the Shadow Pokemon Gengar. Are you ready for a spooky story? Let me get my flashlight. If you ever see your shadow suddenly and startlingly overtake you, it might be a Gengar running past you, pretending to be your shadow. Do you feel the chill in the air? That means a Gengar is near. Ooh. Boo! Haha, gotcha, Matty Mish. I cracked myself up. Although it looked for a second like there was a ghostly hand on your shoulder, maybe it was just my imagination. Anyway, I know an accomplished trainer such as yourself has nothing to fear when it comes to training a Pokemon like Gengar. Being both poison and ghost type, it's a fantastic Pokemon to have on your team. Thanks to your help, I think we all learned something today. I'll be in touch with you when I have another adventure for you. So there you go, we completed the Great Gastly, and we still have a little bit of time left for Community Day. So I'm going to go ahead and head home, catch some more Gastly, and then at the end of the Community Day, when I'm ready to evolve, I'll go over the shinies I got and the evolutions. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys as soon as we're ready to evolve some Gastly.